Hello and welcome back to Koru Kiwi Arts. My name is Darren. I'm a New Zealand cultural artist living here in Istanbul. I'm a long way from home, certainly am. But what you're seeing now is a painting in which I've just recently finished, about a month ago. It's a New Zealand bush scene from my imagination. It's got fantails. You won't get to see the true aspect of the painting until I stand next to it because it is large. And I'm 6'3", so you get to see the full scale of it when I stand next to it. Now if the picture seems to deviate to one side, it's because of the way the camera is set up on my tripod. It took 5 months to paint. Why 5 months? Because I wanted to make it perfect. I was always going back and touching stuff up and adding a lot of detail. In fact, there's a lot of detail in this painting. And when you paint from your imagination, there's two ways you can go. You can go free and easy, slap on the paint, or you can do a lot of detail. And that's what I decided to do, because all the things I was remembering from my past experiences of walking through the New Zealand bush, I wanted to recapture that onto this canvas. It's a really wonderful experience to be able to paint things like this, or have the experience of actually being walking, to be able to walk through a forest in New Zealand. If you ever go to New Zealand, I wish you do get a chance to experience what I have experienced, because it really touches your hair and your soul. It's a beautiful place. And as well as it's a safe place. We have nothing in these forests that will harm you. We don't have snakes or bears or tigers or crocodiles or spiders. We haven't, nothing like that. So there's nothing here that will hurt you. So you can lay in the forest all night and wake up the next day without having any worries, unless of mosquitoes or wetters, the native wetter. They can sometimes bite, but not a problem. There's a lot more dangerous things in the world than those that we have in New Zealand. So yeah, so these are all native trees, and this is a karri tree, and these are fantails. Now I used reference photos to get the proportion right in the wings and the colours. And once I drew one, I knew how to draw the next. And you'll see the reference drawings in which I did these, as well as the layout, on my Instagram account if you like to follow me on there as well. And for those who are following me now on YouTube, thank you so much. Now if you get a like from me, meaning if you get a heart, it's my way of saying, it's my appreciation to you, saying thank you for joining and being a part of this channel. Thank you. So yeah, fantails, I didn't realise they're also found in different parts of the world, but we have our own fantail. Now when you walk through the forest, when you brush against the bush or any plants, you disturb the insects, and so they notice, and so they use the tail to collect the insects that you disturb, and they eat them. That's why when you walk through the forest, you sometimes have fantails following you. And they're a very spiritual bird, same as the rest of the native birds in New Zealand, like the kea, the tui, and the kakako, and so on. So the makakapa tree here, and the matai here, and the nikau, and the pungas, and maybe toteras through here, and of course the karri tree. And they're big. This is not as big as this, but the colours are correct, and they started to, well, back in the day, the early 1700s, they were milling these things for making ships, and now they're protected. Thank goodness for that. You find these karri trees in the northern regions of the North Island of New Zealand, going down to Lake Waikaremoana, up to Dargaville and maybe in the Milford Sounds or Fiordland in the South Island. And there's a couple of variety of these carrot trees, different types. But they live up to 4,000 years old, and they're massive. So the ring or the trunk of these things, not as big as the redwoods that you get in America, but they're very big. You could have 10 people chained hand by hand around one of these trees easily. Now, there are some that we know of, but they won't tell us about it because they want to protect them. Because once you tell people where these trees are, they are no longer protected. So they tend to not tell people where they are, which is a good thing. So yeah, this painting was painted as a spiritual a way of connecting with nature. So when you look at it and maybe have some music playing, you can sort of absorb yourself into this painting and be a part of it, of its beauty, and just imagine yourself walking through here and being part of nature. And yeah, so this is a painting which was created not by love, but passion as well, and memories and experiences, past experiences. And I'd love to go back to New Zealand one day with my wife and show her these magical places that we have throughout New Zealand. Now, I started the painting doing this part here of the trees that are in the sort of going away towards the mountain, and I did the blue lake down here, and I was quite lucky enough to get this dark, this edge through here. It looks like it's a sandbank and it drifts off, gets darker and darker. I like the way that's gone. It was a fluke in some ways or another, and has lighter through here, it gets darker to the up the top. This is normally how it normally goes. And then I started to paint all this part next, and putting all the detail with the moss and the plants and the vines and so on. Most of the New Zealand trees, not most, all New Zealand trees have plant life like this growing on it. Now, trees like this are still milled today, but only the dead ones that have fallen over, ones that are found in swamps, but they do not cut these trees. You're not allowed to anymore, which is good. Any native tree. So thank you so much for watching and being a part of this channel, and when I have time I will do another video like this of another painting. So if you would like to write something about this painting in the comments box below, please do so, and share your moments that you had as walking through the bush like this. Share your experiences with us, and thank you again for watching.